Coming up, we are on the other side of the Independence Day weekend celebrations. I hope you had a safe and fun holiday. Going to bring some of my adventures over the past few weeks to you in a very shoot from the hip episode. The Buffalo Brews podcast starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Buffalo Brews podcast. It is Tuesday, July the 6th, when you're listening to this. And I get a little different opening than I normally do because, as you can hear from the background noise, something's going on. No, it's not my air conditioner running, but what I am doing is I am clipping on the microphone and driving currently through the Cassadaga foothills in Chautauqua County, and been passing more police than I have ever counted down here in my entire life. But think about the area about Cassadaga, Lilydale in there, and that's where I'm at currently. And I'm on my way to Mayville, New York, and then from there on to Bemis Point. So I hope everybody had a good and safe 4th of July weekend. As you can tell, there was no episode for last week. And it is because I was once again bit by the overtime bug that just leaves no time to do the fun things that I like to do in my life, such as bring this podcast to you. So, as I told you last time, whenever there's a timetable that kind of gets kicked around, once we hit a certain threshold, we're just going to have to scrap the idea of doing an episode for that particular week and then move on. And then that brings us here to July the 6th. So, it is Tuesday. It is Brews Day, and you know what that means. I am Jason Ettinger, your host, and thank you for joining me for another episode of the Buffalo Brews podcast, brought to you on all your favorite podcasting platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and you can listen to us on any of those platforms. Like I said, we get into the overtime hubbub. We don't produce an episode for last week. And then it's one of those situations where they tell you you've got to work overtime. And then last week they sit down and tell me that basically all of the overtime that I did, which was about 20 hours worth, was all for naught because the system updates that they had done for the following week that were supposed to affect all of us basically didn't do what they were supposed to do, and there was no rolling it back. So all the work that I had done basically was for naught, including an entire day of production. So spawns new ideas, and the next thing you know, we're throwing about 3 days worth of work into about 6.5 hours. We'll throw it against the wall and see what sticks as of today on Tuesday when I go into work. But in the meantime, while you're working, you can listen to this and my wonderful, melodious, not sensuous, get that out of your head right now. So in this week's episode, we're going to shoot from the hip and talk to you about a lot of the adventures that I've been through over the past few weeks. When I have had a hot minute to do something, including yesterday, which would have been Saturday, and then, because I'm recording this on 4th of July, I don't think I mentioned that, but maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I'm recording this on Sunday on the 4th of July as I'm heading down to visit family, and like I said, going down into Mayville and heading currently to Big Inlet Brewing. I probably already said that, but I'm driving and trying not to drive distracted, so if I sound like I'm telling you the same 3 stories, I probably am. Shooting from the hip this week, so talking about a few of the adventures that I've been through the last several weeks, including yesterday, a trip down to Letchworth State Park, and about 11 miles worth of hiking that we did down there. It was a great day for hiking. Did the Gorge Trail all the way from the Upper Railroad Bridge, clear down to Lower Falls and back. That climb out of there is definitely one to test the legs and test the hips. But came through with flying colors and then knocked out another 5.5, 6 miles on the Finger Lakes Trail in the Mount Morris area, and then found some adventure up in the town of Perry, and a little recording that I'll be adding into this when we visited Silver Lake Brewing Project there in Perry. A shout out to Josh and the crew there who were very receptive, and we had a great conversation, and it looks like we might be on the road to bringing you their history, which he told us a little bit about the building itself, and makes me immediately want to jump into an interview to talk about their history and everything they have to offer. So Yeah, you want to look that up. They're at Silver Lakes Brewing, or Silver Lake Brewing. I'm sorry, it's not plural. Silver Lake Brewing online, and give them a look, social media and on the web. So we're bouncing around on the different levels of audio as I'm inserting pieces and editing pieces out. This is the original opening that I had recorded had the episode been published last week, but as I explained earlier, that did not happen. So this is the original opening from last week, talking about our adventure down to Boyce Hill Park, as well as Ellicottville and Steelbound Brewery. So speaking of whiskey, I'm actually starting off this podcast this week, and more about the place where I picked this up in just a moment, that place being Steelbound Brewery and Distillery down in Ellicottville. I went down there over this past weekend and was finally able to snag a bottle of their rye whiskey, which I have been meaning to get my hands on for a while. The problem being that every time I got down there, I either ran out of time or, didn't feel like stopping because for whatever reason. So Saturday started off with 5.25 mile hike through the Boyce Hill State Forest, and then we end up at Steelbound. And like I said, I picked up this bottle of rye whiskey that they had, and it's a very well-rounded rye whiskey. It's the first real rye whiskey I had was from Cask and Crew out in Rochester. This is one that I recently just it got on my radar. Actually, I shouldn't say recently. It's been on my radar for quite a while. And I finally got a hold of it, and here I am pouring a little bit of it now. It's a 5-year barrel-aged. It's extremely smooth as rye whiskeys go. Got a little semi-spice on it, and a pretty amazing finish. So I'm very satisfied with this. As warm as it has been for the last few days, I took this completely straight, no ice, because I was afraid if the ice was going to hit it, it was just going to melt instantly and water it down and evaporate it, and I didn't want that. So we enjoyed that straight. So like I said, on Saturday, I met up with a group, and we did about 5.25 miles through the Boyce Hill State Forest. So you go from Phillips Road there off of Route 242, just outside of Ellicottville. It's about 5 miles outside of Ellicottville. And there's no parking lot there. You just park along the side of the road. You'll hike up about 1.5 miles until you get to a lean-to. So you'll cross over a creek bed, and then there's a very sharp uphill until you get to the lean-to. The trail itself is off of the lean-to, probably about 100 to 200 yards. So we actually continued past the lean-to to begin with and hiked up to the far parking lot up past the pond. So that would take us to the waypoint about 2.6 miles up. So it was an up and back trail, and then we stopped at the lean-to on the way back and bumped into a gentleman who was actually working on a amateur radio project there. So as we understood it, it was some sort of amateur radio holiday where they would basically try to make contacts with different people in different states, areas, even countries. He says on certain days, on a nice clear night, he can get broadcasts on his amateur radio on a 5-watt system all the way from France. So I think, not knowing much about amateur radio, I think that's quite an accomplishment. But he had quite the setup there. He had an antenna that he had propped up into the tree, and he had planned to stay there with his pack and with his food until he got his 10 contacts, and then he was going to hike up to another part of the forest up the way and then do the same thing there. So I guess it's almost like a mix of we made the joke that it was kind of like a geocaching of sort, but at the same time it was like trying to conquer a Pokemon gym on Pokemon Go. It was like, you want to be the first, you want to be able to hold that spot. And then he was telling us that Beaver Island State Park up on Grand Island, he was the first one to ever do it there. So, we had a little fun talking to him, and then finished up our hike. And then we head down the hill to Steelbound for food, because it was getting to be quite a warm day, but we were in the woods, so we were away from the sun and the humidity for the most part. We get down to Steelbound, and it's everything that I expected it to be. So we enjoyed some of the beer flights. Blueberry that they had So this was one that they had brand new that wasn't even on their menu yet. So we had the raspberry, we had coconut, and we had the blueberry all in one brew. You know, a little heavy on the coconut. You get a little bit of the sourness of the raspberry, a little prominence on the blueberry, but it wasn't definitely wasn't bad at all. Also had their Irish Red, which was for them they call it the First Ward Irish Red, which is it was a very sweet, malty, had a nice caramel finish to it, and it was a really good American red ale. And the stats on that were like a 5.6 ABV, which was right in line with most American reds that you would come across. One of their newer ones also was called Lost in the Stars, which was an American IPA. Some of the IPAs that I like to explore outside of the hoppier varieties are when they use pine as well. So this one was fruity, it was piney, 38 IBUs, which I was surprised by the flavor because it was really smooth, really mild, and very inviting taste that they had there. The one that I moved to because I'm a big, I guess, a mark for New England IPAs is one they had that was called Sponge Bomb, which was very juicy, and it had just a little hint of pineapple on the flavor. You didn't pick it up on the aroma, but you could pick up a little bit on the flavor itself, and it was definitely a different play on a New England IPA, and that one was one that I would have definitely chose to grab a 4-pack or something to take home, but like I said, I already had that rye whiskey, so I was good to go. Kaisertown, which was their German-style Pilsner, because I've really taken a liking to most German-style beers now, like a Kolsch, like a German-style Pilsner. This was really light, really crisp, really clean, and getting to the point where I'm starting to coin this whole summer sipper thing, but it's one of those ones like this I could take it served ice rattling, teeth rattling cold, and I could probably enjoy this all day and be just fine with it. And then the last one is one of their house varieties. It's a very popular one. It's the Blue Balls Blueberry Wheat. Really fresh, really clean and fruity. As a wheat beer goes, right in line with that 5 to 6 ABV content. That is one that, if I was going out to, especially what I'm about to tell you that I had for lunch there, I would have drank a pint of this to go with my lunch, and I would have been just fine with that. So looking at the menu, and damn the people that have gotten me into this kick is I've gotten into Monte Cristos lately, and I could never really enjoy Monte Cristos years back because of having an autoimmune disorder and having sensitivity to food for so many years. One of the foods that I was becoming more sensitive to was eggs, and one of my favorite breakfast for dinner selections that I always enjoyed was like a Moons Over My Hammy. It was homemade, and it got to the point where I could eat it, but I couldn't really enjoy it as much because it was always going to cause fits with me post dinner. But now that obviously I'm just celebrated my 9th year post surgery, I'm on no medication regimen. The hot and humid weather like we've had for the last few days still hates my guts literally. Here we are in that day 3 of the heat and the humidity, and my body right on target today has decided, yeah, you're pushing your limits right now, pal. So to the point where I couldn't even think about any sort of an after dinner walk or anything because I was just going to end up with a 9 o'clock bedtime or something, like an old man falling asleep because my body had just decided it was going to power down. But the Monte Cristo was fantastic. If you go down to Steelbound, I have that. Now, what makes that unique is they make their Monte Cristo on blueberry bread, and then they give you a blueberry spread to go with it. So stacking the blueberries here, blueberry with that Blue Balls beer that they have, just flipping fantastic. And I honestly, if I went back there, I don't think I would get anything else except that Monte Cristo again because it was that good, that unique. So really enjoyed the stop there at Steelbound, and then from there we head up to so the rest of the group peeled off. Then that would have been Sabrina and I, who were in the Western New York hiking challenge together. We were knocking Knox Farm off of our list, and we did about 3.5 miles at Knox Farm. And the end result there is, as far as the challenge itself, we are done. You have to get in 4 categories. You have to get 5 hikes in each of the 4 categories. In total, we have 22 out of the 34 complete, but we have the 20 that we need to complete the challenge. So as of Saturday, we are officially done with the summer challenge. Silver Lake Brewing Project opened in 2017, and we're at 14 Borden Avenue in Perry, New York. And then, so we're starting with the hippo. All right, what you got?
Hippocampus isn't uptight. A blonde stout, sure, why not? It's a little different for me. And it's actually, okay, so drink it and then drink it again. Because I felt like it was a little bitter the first sip that I did, and now the second sip.
So it's a 2-sipper to get yourself.
Yes, because I feel like you're going to taste it to be bitter when you first taste it.
Like a little, what is that I'm getting up front?
That smokiness,
Yeah.
It's a mesquite.
Mesquite.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a mesquite smoked green. But do you taste like how bitter it is?
A little bitter on the front, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But then, take your next sip, and then what do you taste? Now suddenly that bitter is because it's chocolate, like.
Now you get the chocolate.
Right.
At Copo Nims.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's literally better than the second taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
So then, what's our next one is...
Buffett jokes. The pina colada sour.
Yeah. So this is the one that has... this has the lactose in it. So I will do a tiny taste in this side. It is delicious. You can tell that's taste not loud.
Touch on the nose at all.
You can taste the lactose. Like you can taste the creaminess.
That is good flavor though.
Yeah. It's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really good.
It's kind of light. It's not sour. Like I thought it would be more pineapple there's ever, but it's not.
Not a huge bite. Little, get it.
You can taste the coconut.
The coconut.
Right, but it's not like overpowering coconut. Because I feel like when you drink a pina colada, you taste mostly coconut. And this is like just a hint. Yeah. But you can taste the creaminess that has lactose in it for sure.
Yeah. I'll keep this on my side of the table because you're probably going to be done with that.
That's my set.
All right. Real pale.
No,
Primary ale.
Okay. So, rye tail ale. Okay. See.
And hippopotamus is a 6.9 ABV to. Well, hippocampus, not hippopotamus. Where did I get hippopotamus?
This is amazing.
That's the rye pale ale.
Yes. And the pine is the very first thing you taste.
And I'm gonna like it.
And I love that. And like in an IPA, if it's piney, I love that.
I'm starting to enjoy piney. Yeah.
The silver is the best one.
Whatever the one was that we had at Brightsmith last weekend when we hiked the boys. That piney one, I enjoyed that idea really. Oh yeah.
Just wait.
Have a good. Oh yeah, that's it.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Love the
It says orange and pine with dank musty notes.
Yeah, you get the citrus. You get
And there's pepper spice with an earthy finish, but it's that pine. And probably mixed with the orange peel.
a little earthy.
I feel like I don't feel like I taste that. I feel like I taste the pine, and you can taste a little bit of the orange peel in it.
Oh yeah, I get that. The pine's right there. It's outstanding. And it's the pine that gives it the earthy finish too. So subtle though, so good.
Oh yeah, I love this. Love that. Okay, so here's Kissel Point, which is my pipe we just figured out.
So Kissel Point is trail.
Is a trail in Glashware.
Okay.
We were literally just talking about it. I was trying to figure out where the trail was called. That was
Is this the one where you and Lori
yes,
hiked into the point where you might kill her
yes,
to dispose of the body?
yes. And then she said, "I thought everything leaked around." And I go, "I guess this is an up and back."
So it gets at the end.
We went all the way to the end, but the end is literally like the cliff, right? Like you look out and it is so beautiful.
They just give her a Sparta kick right off the edge.
Oh yeah, and then they have a huge sign that says Trail Ed, because I don't know if people tried to keep climbing down or whatever. I have no idea. It is beautiful though. Like you literally could just look out like this, like all the way. It's awesome. Totally
All
right.
right, we'll have to check that out sometime. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we have a Vienna lager, which I love the Viennas. So we're thinking like in the rusty chain category.
I feel like this almost tastes like a bot.
Yeah,
I do.
we'll see.
I feel like it does to me. Like caramel? Yep. And there's no explanation, but I feel like I taste that. Personally.
I know that's a good Vienna to me. I don't taste pot.
I do. I taste the caramel. Maybe it's left over fine on my
That's right on the level. So, yeah, this is right up there with Rusty Chain from Flying Bison.
Yeah, that's okay, Rusty J.
Oh yeah, Rusty Chain in my produce store is. What else would you use it for other than beer? In your house.
Huh? In your house.
Not furniture. Well, wouldn't you put produce in there? You wouldn't think.
People who eat a lot of produce.
I guess. Although I do have a significant amount of green onions and zucchini in my produce drawer. Air quotes.
Okay.
So this is the Shiso Hefe.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hefe.
All right. So this just says it's a German-style wheat beer with a refreshingly bright tartness, balanced yeast-driven flavor, and aroma of banana and clove. Okay.
Oh, that cloves on the nose.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. A little bit of the banana on the finish.
Yeah. I don't like banana.
Hey, you'll like it. It's not like, hey, here's a banana, eat it. No, you'll like that. That's a good Hefe.
Oh, I don't taste banana.
So set.
Oh, now I taste it.
So it's very sparrowy.
You taste it later. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah. I do like it. On that. House. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like Hepwise. I like most jury beers anyway now. See what you think. So this is the Czech Pilsner.
Yep.
I know you're not a big Pilsner fan,
Oh, yeah.
but this one here, you can read very clean. It's a very clean Pilsner.
I feel like when we went to Warhorse, I really enjoyed that one as a Pilsner. So you never tell us, but
Yep.
that one up.
Yeah, nothing, like almost nothing on the nose. It's super clean. Yeah. Extremely light. I don't know. Makes it. I don't know if Czech Pilsner is a different type of taste, but it's so light. Oh, yeah. Like, it's only a 4.5. It's like your ass drinking beer. That's another, hashtag summer sipper. For sure. That's not much. That's not much there. I mean, you can enjoy.
That's like a seltzer.
Like, you enjoy food and go nuts on that stuff.
Right. Okay. Oh, Midnight Creep is a Imperial Stout.
Yeah, we were talking about this one in the car earlier.
Right, yeah. Toffee, boozy, dark caramel on the nose, roasty malt and chocolate with balancing bitterness, stone-free, dark cherry, and alcohol warm in the finish.
Before I taste that, put that on your nose.
Oh, it smells so gross.
Okay,
It smells like a chocolate-covered shake.
so something's wrong with me because I don't. For some reason, I can't smell it at all. I think my sinuses are acting up again.
It smells amazing, actually.
I can't smell it.
Like, I would burn that as a candle in my house.
Oh, now I get it. Okay, now I get a little
Like a chocolate-covered cherry.
chocolate in cherry. Yeah. I really had to huff on that though. I think my damn sinuses are all messed up. I could. Okay. Yeah, that's delicioso.
Amazing.
Oh, muy delicioso.
Oh, yeah.
That's heavy though.
Yeah, you can't drink a lot of this.
That's 11 too.
Oh, no wonder.
And 8 ounces of that, you'll be walking out of here. You'll be walking out of here looking for something to eat.
That's good, though. It tastes like a dessert,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Like, you know how you would have like a amazing meal and they bring out like that dessert line? This would be like bringing out a dessert fear.
It says on the board they serve this only in an 8 ounce.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna fall on your butt.
Oh yeah, just kick you right in the teeth. Fuck.
And unfortunately, I would just keep drinking it. Because I just keep drinking it.
It's good though. The more that you sip it, the more of that cherry taste you get.
And I'm not a big cherry fan, but that's good.
No, but mixed with that chocolate, right? That's good. Does it say if that's below cask at all?
No. It does not.
I wonder why they have those.
It just says toffee is in there, dark caramel, roasty malt, chocolate, stone fruit, dark cherry.
Okay. And that is chase. Look at that. We like hit that one hard.
Yeah, because I took 2 huge gulps of it. It's really good. Okay, and this is the IPA, which I'm pretty excited about.
Well, yes, we like our IPAs. We like our IPAs, our double IPAs, our 5 PAs, which are full IPAs that we just made up the word for.
Well, this rye pale is my very favorite, so let's see if the IPA can have it.
Well, so I just really classic IPA.
Yeah? There. It doesn't have any description, just says IPA number 19. It's just an American IPA.
And there it is. Straight up American IPA right there. Drink it wheat.
Oh, it's perfect.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is the I need a beer after work.
This is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
This is so good. It is not too bitter. It's light, it's refreshing, and you have like that. I mean, you can definitely tell it's an IPA, right? People who don't like IPAs are not going to like this beer.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely taste that it's an IPA.
Oh yeah, it's an IPA.
There's the bitterness. There's the high, like, I
feel like you either like IPAs or you don't.
It doesn't say what the IBUs are.
No, there's nothing up there. It might have been on the sheet, but I don't remember seeing it.
Serious now, because I feel like it's not as high as a regular one would. Maybe in the 40s. So it's not really like, bite you.
Well, this is good.
It's really developed. It's good.
Yeah. All right, now let's go back to real quick because I'm curious. Let's go back to the rye pale of Thermola.
And that is still delicious.
To me, that might be my favorite on the table. Although,
No, IPA one, this number 2. This rye. The IPA is amazing.
it's very classic American. I do like this there.
I know,
I
right?
like this a lot.
It's so surprising because I really thought like rye pale. Like, am I really gonna like a rye beer? I like a rye whiskey. Do I want a rye?
Right here, singing rye whiskey on the height.
But do I want to drink a rye beer? Oh, suddenly I love it.
Yeah. I don't really like that. Honestly, I'd give that. I would only give that the edge over the IPA just because that is just classic. And classic you get anywhere. But this is unique. I like this. Rye pale. Yeah, the 19 is real good. That creep, that midnight creep imperial stout is fantastic. You're not gonna get through much of that though.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm gonna go back to this hip oats.
I'm not a huge fan.
I just love that. I love that mesquite smoky too. It's smoky,
Smoky, right? And I feel
good, but it's not smoky.
I feel like the smoky is what I don't think I like. Because you know how like people love a smoky meat?
Right. Well, remember when we went to Big Alice? Yeah, and Big Alice had that smoked imperial stout.
And I did not really like that at all.
It was good, but it wasn't. Yeah, great. Like I think I could have been like, all right, I can drink this 5 ouncer and I could be done.
Right.
But this is not a smoked. This is, I don't know, it's smoked. It's not like they put it up smokable. Put the
And you can definitely taste it. So if you're like not a fan of like smoke, to me it's like a smoking situation. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what turns me off in that.
Yes.
But if you are like a barbecue lover, a smoked meat lover, or whatever, what is that stuff that you guys love? Jerky kind of thing, like all those kind of like smoky like taste of the meat whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the little bit of taste that's in there. I love.
Yeah, I do like this. This is unique. It's not like this. This I could. If you serve this to me in a pint, I drink it. Now this one, I drink it. Like, but I'd drink one.
Yeah.
Where the one at Big Alice, it was too much. It was good.
It
was good, but I got 5 ounces. They let me go. I could probably do a
Big Alice. Oh my god, that raspberry.
We record the opening driving down to enjoy the 4th of July festivities, and now I'm recording the closing, having come back from my running around and enjoying the 4th of July holiday with my family down in Bemis Point. So you heard a recording that we did at Silver Lake Brewing Project down in Perry, New York. Sabrina and I sat down and enjoyed some of the brews that they had on hand. Thank you again to Josh and his crew there for the warm reception. One additional piece that didn't make it into the recording, but as we were sitting there, he wrote up a new beer that went up onto the board that was called Little Bird, and that was a grisette, which is a sort of in the Saison European ale category. Basically, you look at that border region around France and Belgium, and that's where grisettes come from. So he gave us a sampling of that on the house. Just like everything that we had enjoyed there. Everything was unique, flavorful. They had a lot of selections on hand. I do look forward to getting back down there at some point, and obviously getting down to talk with them further about their establishment, about how they came to be, because apparently it took a few years for them to get up and running, according to the conversation we had with Josh there. So thanks again to them, and thanks for tolerating the different audio fluctuations that went on as I kind of pieced this together with some Scotch tape to be able to put together an episode, taking what I had originally recorded, but just couldn't get to the finishing part to make an episode happen this weekend, and then obviously what we end up having as part of this particular episode. So there was a few issues with the audio, which I'm not sure what the hiccup was with my P4 system, but it was blurring some of the lines and words together, so something I might have to read and kind of tweak with there. But in the meantime, a little of the normal housekeeping. We are on social media at Instagram, on Facebook. Give us a follow, give us a like. We're putting out content. We're putting out more content soon. And if you're on Instagram, always take advantage of looking at those IG stories from everybody that you follow. Even if you're an avid brewery follower, look at all those stories that they have, because a lot of times they're doing reposts, and you might catch some of the reposts of the things that I do on there as well if you don't actually catch our story. So they're always looking for that great picture and that great feedback from you, the customers, you, the brewing, craft beer faithfuls. I always enjoy getting in touch with these folks and really, letting them know what I like most about trying what they had on tap. Just like today when I was at Big Inlet. I'll talk about that in next week's episode, but had an opportunity to speak with them about the things that I enjoyed. Big Inlet, a lot of selections. Going to be back down there again at some point because I barely scratched the surface of what they had available. It's a great hobby. Sometimes it turns out to be an expensive hobby, but I'm really enjoying getting out and trying things, learning about the different brews that are out there, and trying my hardest while I'm building this base for a homebrew series of episodes to bring to you. Yes, that's something that we're working on. I'm trying my hardest not to dabble in homebrewing myself because it's just a rabbit hole I don't have time to go down. So I'm bringing the people together that are going to bring you that information, so that if you want to dabble and you want to learn how it's done, you can go out there and get the good equipment that they have. There's a number of Western New York locations that you can shop at. So that's an episode we're working on for down the road. So follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow. Hey, you're on the podcast platforms and you're already listening to us and you already like us there. So why not see what we see since you're listening to what we're delivering to you, okay? Next week, I'm not going to give it up right now, but I have a good idea what we're bringing to you. A very special episode, somebody that I've met in the past and actually had an opportunity to sit down, and hopefully in the next week I have some announcements for you that are coming up about some new things we're bringing to the forefront. So in the meantime, go out there with much peace and love. Again, hope that you had a great, safe, and fun 4th of July holiday weekend. And always remember to make your own path. I'm Jason Ettinger. So long.